Hello, this is Mrs. Heinzman, and I want to talk to you about making some templates. And so I know that I supplied you with how to work with the watercolors and also the watercolor pencils. And so now we're going to talk about making some templates, because I know that we also did some watercolors on some paper, learning about both the wet method and the dry method. And so to use those, what we're going to do is we're going to take our templates. And so this is kind of demonstrates, and this will be in the document for you to look at. We're going to start out with like a 3-inch square. We're going to fold it. Once we fold it, we can draw our line for the type of a shape of a petal that we would want. And so then when we cut it out and open it up, this is what it looks like. So the type of sheets that I have for you are some simple round petals, and also some that have a little bit more pointy. They could be wider. You can make yours more narrow. Some petals are maybe longer. And so I've provided a few different variations. And then also, if you were going to make a template for maybe doing something for the inside of a flower, and this is another example on how to kind of lay that out and how you can utilize that. And then how to maybe make some leaves. And again, if your flowers are such that these are too big of leaves, we can always make smaller leaves. So you can always make an adjustment. And it's very simple and easy to work with these forms and to cut them out. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut out a few of them so that you can kind of get an idea of what you do. So really all you need to do is take a little piece of square paper. Now if you were designing something that you wanted to be much bigger, of course you would take that paper and use a bit bigger one. So what we want to do here is, if I wanted to do a long narrow one, I would just fold the paper, and then what I would want to do is kind of come in here and just simply cut that out. So when I fold it over, you can see the type of shape I have. Now this would make a good petal. It also would make a good leaf. So it might be one that you could use for both a petal and a leaf form, just because of the type of ideal shape. Now with taking something like this, if you wanted to do a flower, one of the things that you can do is also take something so that you can trace it, make a circle, and then divide it into sections like I have here, and I marked on here so that I would have it matching, so if I needed to do multiples. So then I could lay this down so that I can either put it on the markings here, trace it so that I have it, so especially if I want to have petals that are in front or in back. And again, I kind of designed this one by using the same method, and then kind of cutting it out to use it like as a template. And again, here's another one, and I was going to cut out and kind of refine it. So, you know, sometimes you can start out and you go, I need to refine it, need to go back to the drawing board, do a little bit more work. But again, this is a simple way of working with the forms. So then again, to go back over, take your paper, fold it so you have a crease. And then let's say we want something that has a serrated edge, then we can kind of just simply come in here and give it a serrated edge, so that when we come in and cut it out, it's going to look just like this. This is how this one was done. So if you wanted to do a petal that looked like a little heart, you could. And then this is what the inside of a flower could look like. And you could then bend these up so that they can, or cut them so that they bend up and they will have more shapes. So this kind of talks about making our templates. And I also have one to show you how to do a flower pot that you can use. So what we're going to do is be using this to assemble and make an image that is going to be with flowers and a flower pot. So I will see you in the next video about cutting out these shapes from your watercolor sheets that you have.